Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Collie! Up and away!
Astra Abyssosk. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
This realm is... If you ever have it...
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Collie!
What's your battle plan? I will protect you.
as stone. Fire hazard! Vengeance will be mine. I condemn you. As a good knight should.
Na. Aber das ist echt nicht doof.
For justice.
Na gut, dann wird noch ein bisschen was switchen hier mal mitten sammeln.
Leave it to me.
Dann werden wir doch ein bisschen im Test switchen hier. Ja, was das Sammeln von den Sachen für zum Gehirn geht.
Rain outlines your fate.
Think you can bully me? Sketch! Go Bishop do! Time for a light show! Embrace the ice! My apologies!
Relativ schön entspannt. So, diese Nebrige erstmal hier raushauen. Dann kann ich ja so zwischendurch noch ein bisschen hier Gelegenheit nutzen, noch die Brusthaus noch ein paar Mal zu legen. Ah, Verteidigung, ne? Okay, Angriff vielleicht auch, ne? jetzt hat man der P dabei. Und hier auch erwähnt. Aber ein Kelch mit der P. Das ist schon mal ganz gut, glaube ich. Mal gucken. Ich glaube, den werde ich mir mal vormerken. Den werde ich mir eventuell mal vormerken. Mal schauen. Muss mal gucken, ob ich ich glaube, wenn ich zum Jahr Supporter baue, dann kann ich eigentlich wie bei Diona mal eine Boykonier auf den elementaren Schaden gehen beim Kelch. Dann reizt das glaube ich aus, wenn ich da auch komplett auf LP Zongli baue. Dann kann ich mal, glaube ich, eigentlich auch komplett auf LP bauen. Dann brauche ich nicht extra auf irgendeinen elementaren Schaden gehen. Das werde ich den eigentlich komplett weglassen. So. Aber mal zur Postase. Also ich ein bisschen über die Gelegenheit nutzen, einfach so schnell wie möglich so schnell als auch wie möglich die Postase legen. Also sobald wir die ganzen nötigen Türme zusammenbekommen. Obwohl ich muss was die Kollabis noch sammeln.
Ready for reconnaissance.
Und sobald ich dann die Hauptmaterialien alle soweit zusammen habe, da kann ich mich danach dann wenigstens ganz auf die Artefakte konzentrieren.
Oh, how exciting!
Ja, vielleicht lassen wir das Team. Das dürfte eigentlich wieder so passen. Weil ich am besten die restlichen Sachen zum Level 14 lieber holen. Und dann auch, sobald das dann erledigt ist, sobald das alles weg ist, da können dann auch dann die Artefakte drin kommen. Weil dann
More speed. Leave it all to me. Fire hazard. A festive reprise. Time for a light show. I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up. Someone needs assistance.
oh, mal wieder nur 2. Okay, früher schon. Aber nur Müll. Aber nichts Vernünftiges an Substats. Wieder nur 2 Türme. Ach man, wenn ich jetzt nur 2 Türme hier immer und immer wieder kriege, wird das dann noch länger dauern als gedacht. Aber wieder so ein Glück gebrochen, dass ich 2 bis 3 Mal in Folge mal 3 Türme kriege. Aber mit nur 2 Türme, mit jedem Mal, wenn ich die Postause lege, da wird es dann sicher ewig.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
12, 24, 36 davon, also müssen wir noch 5 davon herstellen. 5 Stück von dem ganz großen Slime. Das sind Kollabis noch sammeln. Und die Post. Und die Türme von der Postase. Na gut, dann noch umswitchen das mal wieder.
For justice. Leave it to me.
Na gut. Na, einmal kann ich es dann legen. Einmal rechts noch aus. Aber immer kurz mal. Aber immer kurz mal die restlichen mal herstellen. Ja, schön Hand hier oben. Na gut, dann machen wir mal das Lustige davon. Na, also ja, das sind jetzt wieder. Auch das ist tatsächlich. Was kann ich machen? Ah ja, das Ding hier. 50. Auf 3 oder 4 davon. Ich glaube, wir machen auf 4 mal kurz. Ich glaube, ich habe mal genau davon gebraucht, dafür zu angehen.
Osmanthus wine tastes.
Au. Genau einen zu wenig hergestellt, weil. Genau einer zu wenig. Und das Pirat, jetzt kommt einer mehr raus. Naja, okay. Das passt ja wenigstens. Dann passt es ja. Sterne, das habe ich genug. Ach ja, stimmt ja. Toll, das darf ich auch nicht vergessen. Ich muss ja noch. Ich muss halt Talente dann noch verbessern mit der Zeit. Das kommt ja auch noch dazu. Ich muss jetzt die Gold-Variante noch holen. Ich muss mir die Gold-Variante noch für Zombie noch besorgen. Oh Mann. Warte mal. Ich wird man nachgucken. Wann könnte man die Gold-Variante für ihn farmen? Wann hat man die herbekommen? Boah, Mittwochs erst. Mittwoch in der Wochenende nur. Das ist ja nicht so gut, dann müsste ich heute die Gelegenheit nutzen, die Talente will jetzt noch ein bisschen verbessern von ihm. Ja, wenn Genshin mir nicht gefallen würde, würde ich so nicht so lange würde ich so nicht so lange spielen. Und vor allem nicht so gerne. Aber darum spiele ich es ja aus so viel und so gerne, gerade weil es mir so viel Spaß macht und mir die Story und alles drum und dran gefällt. Manches ist zwar hier und da immer noch ein bisschen, teilweise immer so ein bisschen frustrierend, aber auch zwar ein bisschen Geduld, aber ja, alles in allem einfach nur schön. Und ich schätze mal, Genshin wird wahrscheinlich auch das einzige Spiel bei mir auf dem Kanal sein, was die größte Playlist überhaupt haben wird. Vor allem, da man ja gerade mit 3.0 jetzt gerade mal, sag ich mal so in Gänsefüßchen gesagt, in Sumeru gerade angelangt ist. Wenn man bedenkt, man hatte Mondstadt mit Anemo-Element, mit Wind. Dann kam Liyue mit Geo, was Zhongli angeht. Und dann als drittes kam Inazuma mit Elektro, sprich mit Ballen. Und jetzt kommt der aktuelle Nintendo Arche mit Kusanali. Jetzt kam gerade mal Sumeru, das sind gerade mal 4 Stück. Das sind gerade mal 4 von insgesamt 7 Archonten, die es in ganz Teyvat eigentlich gibt. Und ich bin immer gespannt, wie groß eigentlich Sumeru noch werden wird. Vor allem mit dem, was man ja hat, soll es ja mit jedem Update noch stückchenweise noch ein bisschen erweitert werden, wie es ja bei Inazuma auch gewesen ist. Mit der In-Update-Version damals kam ja Inazuma raus und dann mit jeder weiteren Update-Version nach etwa so 5 bis 6 Wochen wurde ja Inazuma immer stückchenweise erweitert um die ganzen kleinen Inseln, die ja zu Inazuma dazugehörten. Und genau so wird es ja ist es ja bei Genshin jetzt auch mit Dendro. Ja, die Grafik sowieso. Die Grafik ist mega, die ganzen filmischen Szenen, die es so gibt in Genshin, das ist alles einfach nur mega nice gemacht, hier steht's ja sogar mit der Säule von Zhongli. Hier steht's ja sogar. Genau, man kann einen Jadeblock erstellen, der Schaden basierend auf Zhonglis maximalen LP abhält. Stimmt, das steht das ja doch da, ne? Und wie lange, ne, wie viel diese Säule aushält. Ladeblockschild hat bei Elementarung sowie physischen Schaden 150% ab. Aber muss schon sagen, so was die Grafik angeht, aber vor allem diese ganzen filmischen Sachen und alles drum und dran, das ist einfach nur mega bei Genshin gemacht, ey. Was die Entwickler davon heuerten, was die so alles schaffen, ey, das ist immer wieder ein absoluter Wahnsinn, ein absoluter Hammer, ey. Das ist immer wieder ein absoluter Hammer, was die damit auch, wie genial das einfach aussieht. Das ist ein effektbeständige Wand aus, wenn ein Jadeblock Schaden erleidet, erhöht die Schildeffizienz der Figuren und Schutz eines Jadeblocks um 5%. Fünffach stapelbar. Okay. Erhöht den mit den folgenden Angriffen von Zangli verursachten Schaden basierend auf seinen maximalen LP. Erhöht den Schaden von Standangriffen, heftigen Schlägen und Angriffen aus dem Film 1,300%. Erhöht den Schaden des Hügelkampfs von seiner Ehe, den des Einklangs und dem beim Gedrückthalten um 1,9%. Erhöht den Schaden von einstürzender Himmel um 33%. Erhöht den Schaden der Ulti um 33%. Der maximale LP. Okay. Gibt beim Schmieden von Stangenwaffen 15% des verbrauchten Erzes zurück. Wow. Brauchen wir eigentlich nicht unbedingt, aber okay. Ja, alles klar. Alles klar, Ben. So, Handy werde ich mal kurz auf Vibration umstellen. Ach ja.
Books are for now, but friends are forever.
Na gut, dann muss ich wohl doch schon ein bisschen was von meinem Hartz hier ausgeben. Als Filmer weiß ich ja, konnte ich ja so, dass er die Hypostase legen, ne? Also mal gucken. Ist die eigentlich schon wieder da? Dass ich die gerade zufälligerweise gerade nochmal legen kann? Einfach, naja. Okay, die ist wieder da. Gut. Dann kann ich es mir gleich nochmal holen. Dann kann ich es ja gleich nochmal direkt erledigen. Ne? Letztes Mal mit dem was ich noch habe an Harz. Und dann kann ich ein bisschen was von zerbrechlichen mal nutzen. Ne? Und wenigstens mal die Talente schon mal langsam mal verbessern zu können. Bevor ich die noch ganz vergesse, bevor ich mir in die Charaktere noch habe.
What's your battle plan?
So, gut.
As you wish.
Dann mache ich erstmal noch letztes Mal die Postpause für heute.
Steady as stone. Fire hazard.
Oh, hat sogar fast direkt gereicht, ey. Es hat sogar fast direkt bis zur Endphase gereicht gehabt. Das ist aber okay.
and ruin. Eye for an eye. As a good knight should.
Oh, wieder das für Türme. Mann, gib doch mal 3. Sonst dauert das wieder ewig, oder bis ich mal noch mal anders was ich zusammen mache. Jetzt 4 mal 3 Türme bekommen und danach nur noch 2. Wow. Wie lange soll ich dafür,
Chivalry will never die.
wie lange soll ich dafür sagen, wie ich das Türme sammeln jetzt von der
The
Prestage?
hunt begins.
Wenn ich jetzt 32 Stück brauche von der, kann er ja ewig noch warten. Ne? Okay, wird mal sonst mal ein bisschen was von meinem Zurückrichten mal nutzen und wenigstens heute mal ein bisschen die Talentbücher schon mal zu sammeln. Da schon mal ein bisschen vorsorgen. Ne? Ja, dass ich mich die nächsten Tage dann wenigstens um die Türme kümmern brauche. Wenn wir mehr machen, das ist ja rund. So, einmal noch ein paar Talentbücherchen für einen guten Song holen. Und sobald das dann erledigt ist, da kann ich dann so langsam in Sumeru weitermachen. Ne? Nachdem das mal ganze Daily-Kram wieder erledigt ist. Was? Wird er kommen? Wird da jemand nochmal sichert man nach? Ja, es war Gold gewesen. Ja. Es war Gold. So, einmal das goldige Teil holen. No, im Team kann sie lassen. Na gut, dann nutze ich lieber gleich mal heute die Gelegenheit. Bevor ich noch bis Mittwoch warten muss, bis man wieder das Gold-Item sammeln kann. Da hole ich es lieber heute gleich mal. Dann ist es wenigstens so was, auch erstmal erledigen kann, dass man ein paar Stufen mal hochleveln.
Let me read you a verse. Know my sword.
Think you can both go the ship too. The fuse is lit.
Pay your dues. Prepare yourself. Leaving so soon. Can't run from death. Can't run from death.
Wird rein. Ruhig. Immer schneller mit den Büchern. Je mehr, desto besser.
Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Time for a light show. Here come the fireworks.
Ja, scheint wirklich zu stimmen, solange wie die Ulti aktiv ist noch. Solange wie die Ulti noch aktiv ist, dann macht es wirklich ein ganz bisschen weniger Schaden. Oh Junge, das halten, danke.
Whirling snow.
Vielleicht ein bisschen mehr Stille halten, dann ist es auch schneller vorbei. Nur 6 Vierer diesmal. Okay. 6 Vierer dieses Mal. Ja. Ich brauche sowieso eine 6-mal die Anleitungsvariante. Sowieso erstmal für die BNS-Talente. Aber zum Glück nicht für den Startangriff, zum Glück brauche ich ja nur für den zweiten von den 3 Talenten. Ne? Da ich jetzt irgendwie eher nur eher Supporter brauche.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
Shake it and goes the ship too. The fuse is lit. My apologies.
Okay. Dann habe ich den ersten erledigt. Habe ich irgendwie gar nicht mitbekommen, dass ich den ersten schon irgendwie mitten erledigt hatte. Ich glaube, der wäre noch übrig. Mhm. 4 und 5. Also müsste ich jetzt eigentlich etwas über 10 Stück eigentlich von der Anleitungsvariante haben. In etwa sind die 10 oder 50 Stück ungefähr von der leeren Variante. Auch vielleicht habe ich ja so ein bisschen von der Gold-Variante noch übrig gehabt. Weil ich das schon ziemlich lange nicht mehr gebraucht habe. Schon. Hat mir wahrscheinlich im besten Fall nur die erste Variante gefehlt gehabt. Und von der anderen hatte ich noch einen Traum. So, das ist mal wieder so Stufe 2. 44% jetzt schon von 401. 3,1 Sekunden dürfen wir Versteinerung. So, einmal Stufe 3. Dann hier auch einmal Stufe 3. Okay, reicht sogar schon für beide Sachen auf Stufe 4. Nice. Ah, okay, jetzt brauche ich welche. 12 Stück noch. Na gut, dann gucken wir mal, wie viel ich noch von der Anleitungsvariante noch rausbekomme. Mal gucken, wie viel ich davon noch rauskriege. Aber ich schätze mal, für beide Sachen zusammen wird es wahrscheinlich nicht reichen, ne? Dann höchstens nur für eins im besten Fall. Na, okay. Das reicht nicht mal für eins zum Bilden. Na, das reicht nicht aus, schade. Na gut. Aber zumindest konnte ich jetzt schon mal bis auf Stufe 4 hochbringen. Das ist schon mal etwas. Ja, bis auf Stufe 4 mal schon mal. Das Kondensator, also 12 Mal. 12 Mal noch erstmal für Stufe 5. Ja, gut, das dürfte ja ein größtes Problem sein, da genug zu kriegen. 12 brauche ich für beide auf Stufe 5, also kann ich, denke ich mal, da kann ich ruhig erst, denke ich mal, so auf 35 oder 40 gehen. Na, den mal 30 das mal reichen. Das dürfte für 2 Stufen noch reichen von beiden Sachen. Von den Talenten. Und der Rest kommt dann halt mit der Zeit. Dann also stückchenweise mit der Zeit noch dazu. Ja, dann werde ich einfach mal die nächsten. Dann muss ich halt bis Mittwoch warten, bis ich wieder eine Runde wieder sammeln gehen kann. Gut. So, bevor ich das jetzt wieder vergesse. Bevor ich das Teil weitermache und das Teil ich vergesse, bitte. Mal kurz bei Kristallkerne sammeln gehen.
Fireworks are gonna get soaked. Let's find shelter quick. Oh, we're not going to make it.
Sounds good to me.
So, ich will mal kurz noch Wasser switchen. Mit der jemanden, bei dem ich ein bisschen länger rennen kann. Okay. 2 Tage in Folge, in denen ich jetzt keine Kristallkerne daher bekomme. Das ist immer nicht so schön. Da hoffe ich mal, dass ich die wenigstens, vielleicht wenigstens an den anderen Spots noch mitnehmen kann. Ah ja, hier gibt es
Compared to the storms I've encountered out at sea, this is really quite tame.
Ist ein einziger nur? Okay, dort das muss ich doch ein bisschen später sammeln gehen, dann muss ich doch noch einen Tag länger warten. Ne? Ah. Na gut, dann muss ich wohl doch ein bisschen. Dann muss ich wohl doch mal bis morgen warten. Ne? Oder bis übermorgen, bis ich alle Spots wieder komplett abgrasen kann. Naja.
May knowledge guide you.
Aber wenn, dann werde ich ja sowieso ab morgen dann erstmal das restliche Kollab erstmal noch sammeln gehen für Zhongli. Dass ich das wenigstens erstmal hab. Genesung und Beobachtung. Oh, jetzt kann ich ja von hier aus hingehen anscheinend.
All right, next let's see your right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah! Since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tenari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me. So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger. Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. This is great. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there. Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like? That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon? Uh-huh. Greater Lord Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
So wie bei Raiden Makoto. Zu jener Zeit in Kanria.
According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and... Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
So that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned them.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Ginger Archon? So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright, we have a statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
Mhm. Da ist die kleine Claire, so eine Freundin von Amber. Aber da wird man mit der Zeit mal gucken, wo ich denn diese besonderen Pflanzen herbekomme, die ich für Claire brauche, um sie mit der Zeit leveln zu können. Oh Mann. Aber sie die einfach in diese Blüten reinstellen? Ich bin so schade, dass man sich dann hier reinstellen kann in die Blüten. Wäre recht praktisch. Als Fortbewegungsmöglichkeit ist immer wieder echt interessant, die es hier gibt. In Inazuma hat es angefangen mit diesen Elektrodingern. Und jetzt gibt es hier in Sumeru noch eine ähnliche Transportmöglichkeit. Halt nur auf das Gebiet ein bisschen zugeschnitten.
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Mit von der Größe der Statue, da kann man es wahrscheinlich schlecht abschätzen, ob es wirklich eine große oder eine kleine Person sein soll. Man würde vielleicht mal auf Kusanali tippen. Schätzen würde ich mal vermuten, aber kann mich auch täuschen.
The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below. Nice work! That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
Bitte was spielen? Wollt ihr mich veräppeln? Ich brauche 20 Oculus für Stufe 2? Okay. Ach du Heimat. Ich dachte, man bräuchte nur so 1 bis 2 Stück oder höchstens 3 für die erste Stufe. Für die erste höhere, aber dass man direkt 20 braucht? Wow. Gibt es da überhaupt so viele von den Oculus, dass man ja auch wieder auf Stufe 10 kommt, aber wow. Das hätte ich nicht gedacht. Das hätte ich echt nie gedacht, dass man 20 Stück für die erste Stufe hier braucht. Also ich bin wirklich davon ausgegangen, dass es wie bei den alten Statuen in der 7 war. Von Mondstadt, Lewe und in der Summe, dass man nur so etwas in die 1 bis 4 Stück braucht oder maximal 3 für die erste Stufe, aber hier in Sumeru einfach mal 20? 20 Stück von den Dingern für die erste Stufe. Das ist eine ganz schöne Überraschung. Das ist mal eine ganz schön krasse Überraschung.
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey! Don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. Whoops! No! You dropped it on the ground! Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there. Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Ey, man hat da so schön 3 neue Rezepte wieder bekommen. Jetzt bekommt man noch ein weiteres von Kale noch dazu. Man hat da nicht schon genug verschiedene.
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
Na, gute Frage. Was ist du angestellt?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why? Is she going to die?" It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you. Hey! Now even Kale's starting to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharvaville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Eine reisende Händlerin? Okay. Es ist wirklich lange her, dass ich frische, saubere Luft geatmet habe. Die Umwelt hier ist nicht schlecht, oder? Es gibt sicher viele Menschen, denen die Luft zu feucht ist, aber für mich ist sie genau richtig. Du musst verstehen, dass das Reisen in der Wüste eine qualvolle Angelegenheit ist. Und wer würde sich schon an einen so öden und abgelegenen Ort begeben, wenn es nicht ums Geschäft gehe? Was die Wüste angeht. Du kannst dir das sicher auch vorstellen, ne? Ohne dass ich dir das erzähle. Den endlosen gelben Sand, die heiße Sonne, den mit Staub vermischten Wind. Ganz zu schweigen von den gefährlichen Sandstürmen und den Ruinen mit ihren seltsamen Vorrichtungen. Oh, da würde wieder das wird ja ganz stark nach Schätzen, nach verborgenen Schätzen wieder sich wieder anhangen, ja. Einigen Legenden zufolge gab es früher keine Wüste in Sumeru. Erst später in der Folge des Kampfes zwischen dem Roten König und der höheren Herren Kukadevata kam es zur Entstehung der Wüste. Es ist mir eigentlich egal, wie die Wüste entstanden ist. Ich bin vielmehr daran interessiert, wann sie wieder verschwinden wird. Dann wäre es für fahrende Händler wie uns wieder sicherer, nicht wahr? Träume sind groß. Auch wenn ich nicht mehr träume, seit ich erwachsen bin. Aber trotzdem sollte man große Träume haben. Man muss nur zu hoffen wagen, dann wird sich das Glück eines Tages einstellen. Wer weiß, vielleicht wird der Rote König und die höhere Herren eines Tages zurückkehren. Beide sind gut. Nach ihrer Rückkehr wird es keine Wüste, keine Schmerzen, keine Sandschutzingenieure und Ärzte im Wilmerstan geben. Ne? Ich muss selber lachen, während ich das sage. Okay.
The rainforest
I met his
Einmal
father.
Glückskill bekommen, okay. Hm.
Ah, traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
Das ist machbar am nächsten Tag. Na gut. Okay. Ein riesiger schwebender Felsen. Ein riesiges Stück eine Felsplattform, was einfach so mitten in der Luft schwebt. Und wo wie so eine Art Trichter durch irgendwas da drüber schwebt. Okay. Das kann ja noch interessant werden. Das kann ja echt interessant werden noch.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be.
Head on my feet.
Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Okay, damit ist der erste Teil abgeschlossen vom aktuellen Auftrag. Eine hartnäckige Krankheit. Oh, da unten eine Herausforderung. Ja. Das Oh, nice. Cool, man braucht nicht mal irgendwas, man muss einfach nur Blickrichtung, einfach nur Blickkontakt halten damit und schon kann man sich damit hochsippen, ne? Praktisch.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari, what are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Sie hat also irgendeine besondere Krankheit schon seit längerer Zeit.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... Well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted. saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. All right. Now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then. No Tapaiman. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Naja, ein kleines Gespräch mit ihm über Pflanzen übersteckt leider ihren Horizont. Hallo, kann wir sehen, ob wir 2 Kanne mitnehmen. Wenn sich zufälligerweise welche anbieten.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Also die Pflanzen.
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey Tainari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading, so we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a dangerous place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today, and show you what it looks like up close. Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even the air looks like it's filled with ash. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be saved. Thank you, but I must warn you. Don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter of life and death. You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Furchterregende Verwelkung. Die Verwelkung stellt keinen festen Ort dar, sondern bezieht sich auf Gebiete, die von einer mysteriösen und unheilvollen Macht zersetzt wurden. Unter dem Einfluss der Verwelkung sammelt die Figur fortlaufend Verfall an. Die Geschwindigkeit dieser Ansammlung ist unterschiedlich, je nachdem, in welcher Verwelkung man sich befindet. Abhängig vom akkumulierten Verfall leiden alle eigenen Figuren in der Truppe die Verringerung des Widerstands gegen alle Elemente des physischen Widerstands und der maximalen LP. Je mehr Verfall du angesammelt hast, desto heftiger ist diese Verringerung. Wenn der Verfall die maximale Menge erreicht hat und du dich immer noch in einer Verwelkung befindest, werden alle eigenen Figuren der Truppe ohnmächtig. Um die Verwelkung zu beseitigen, benötigt man die Kraft des Dendrogranums. Nur mit ihm kann man die Triebe der Verwelkung zerstören, die die Kraft der Verwelkung verbreiten. Wenn du alle Triebe der Verwelkung in dem Gebiet vernichtet hast, kannst du den Kern der Verwelkung, das Verwelkungsgeschwür, zerstören. Die meisten Verwelkungen können auf diese Weise beseitigt werden, aber in der Verwelkung gibt es manchmal Objekte wie Kerzen des Lebens und Flammen des Lebens, mit denen die Ansammlung von Verfall eingedämmt werden kann. Sei gefasst auf die Verwelkung. Okay. Das ist schon mal interessant. Dieses seltsame Wesen, das das Erscheinen der verheißungsvollen Zweige begleitet, ist das Dendrogranum. Es symbolisiert den Schutz durch die Dendrokraft. Betreffend mit heftigen Schlägen oder gezielten Schüssen für das Dendrogranum abgestimmte Angriffe aus. Okay. Bei deinen Abenteuern wirst du auch auf Gegenstände stoßen, die du mit der Kraft des Dendrogranums aktivieren oder zerstören musst. Ah. Okay, da passiert schon mal nichts. Oder war nur die Wirkung verschwunden? Aua! Oho! Was hat das denn für einen Schaden gemacht? Gefahren der Verwelkung. Neben Verfall gibt es weitere Gefahren in der Verwelkung. Monster, die durch Verwelkung stark beeinflusst sind und die darin wachsenden Äste des Verrottens greifen die darin befindlichen Figuren an, was die Ansammlung von Verfall beschleunigt. Außerdem ruft das Verwelkungsgeschwür, wenn es eine Bedrohung wahrnimmt, manchmal Verfallsboten herbei, um Angriffe durchzuführen. Sie werden von der Verwelkung kontrolliert und durch ihre Abschirmung vor Schaden geschützt. Benutze die Dendrokraft oder die Kraft des Dendrogranums, um die Schilde dieser Monster zu durchbrechen. Aber dabei. Das war ein bisschen sehr mies. Okay.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tomb.
Okay. Ja, alles klar. Kein Ding, kein Problem dann.
The fuse is lit!
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? Well, why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before?
Here means
Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
Die Erde durchzieht. Riesiger Hohlraum. Das sieht dann wenigstens so aus wie das, was ich sah, als ich das Bewusstsein verlor.
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
So Welken ist also eine Art Krankheitserscheinung.
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time until a cure is found. All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Okay. Die Verwelkung soll also wie soll also eine Art Krankheit von ihnen soll sein. Das ist also tief unter der Erde seit mehreren hunderten Jahren also schon existiert. Aber naja, dann bin ich ja mal gespannt, ob man nicht zufälligerweise irgendwie einen Weg dorthin finden wird. Mit ihrem Insul zu dieser ganz besonderen Art von Baum.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that? Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the Traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that she'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that she could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that she would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you did.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have. No. I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Our recent catch? Wait. Definitely have enough for...
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Okay, was jetzt passiert?
There you are! Hypatia, are you alright? current condition. Let's try finding some water first. Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around.
Okay.
Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area. It's huge! Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Das ist wirklich spezielle Bilder zu erreichen.
Think you can bully me?
Hüpfpilz in der Sphäre. In Sumerus scheinen sie manchmal diese Hüpfpilze anzutreffen aus ungeklärten und wohl sehr faszinierenden Gründen. Während diese Pilze jedoch nicht zu den Trilakshana-Kräften. Okay. Wie soll das hier funktionieren? Ah, so. Au. Also. Aha. Ah, okay. Also einfach das richtige Timing. Ist, den man als Art Trampolin benutzen kann. Oh, schick. Ja. Mhm.
Time for a light show! Gold Bishop down!
Team das Team mal kurz mal verändern. Aber bevor ich da reingehe, und da mein scheinbar aktuelles Ziel ist, würde ich lieber noch ein kleines bisschen den Ort noch ein bisschen weiter erkunden. Ich würde lieber gerne noch ein kleines bisschen diese Sphäre noch erkunden. Also dann würde ich schon ganz gerne alles nach Wikipedia finden, was es so zu finden gibt.
Up and away.
Okay. Hier gibt es also einen weiteren Weg noch, um diese Sphäre zu verlassen. Der Urbernstein in der Sphäre, okay. Manchmal sind Urbernstein und der Pfad, den diese Bernsteine versiegelt haben, in den Sphären, um Sumeru zu treffen. Sammle 3 Urbernsteine in diesen Sphären, um den entsprechenden Pfad zu öffnen. Ah, okay. Oh, also 3 Stück von den Dingen. Ah. Ach, waren wir dann. Wo ist für so ein Tor 3 Stück? Ah. Gut, innen habe ich ja da unten irgendwo gesehen, ob wir jetzt in den Durchgang. Okay, das ist meine Kiste. Das ist eine kleine Kiste. Drüben war das erste Teil. Da unten habe ich die zweite gesehen. Okay, also wird es wohl möglicherweise bei 3 noch ein paar extra Wege geben, um diese anderen Schlüssel noch zu bekommen. Das ist aber den schlichten Raum. Okay. Okay, man wird ja einfach mal so in irgendeine Art Raum gebracht.
What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Tja, gute Frage. Gute Frage, nächste Frage, warum sich der Raum einfach mal so plötzlich verändert hat und man wohl ganz woanders gelandet ist wieder. Jetzt muss man 3 dieser komischen Urbernstein-Teile finden und einsammeln, um diesen einen Durchgang zu öffnen. Das ist mal interessant. Okay. Nicht kaputt. Ich finde weiter einen Weg zum oberen Teil der Baumhöhle. Oh. Ah, man könnte also noch von der anderen Seite hineingelangen. Und dort öffnet sich hier automatisch dann der Weg.
Up and away.
Alles klar. Interessante neue Mechaniken, ja. Interessante neue Möglichkeiten, ne? Ich gebe das Teil erstmal ab hier, kurz bitte. Und danach kann ich ja dann von da oben aus dann zum dritten dann hinfliegen. So. Gut, 2. Und dann einmal noch dort drücken. Für die 3.
Up and away.
Ah ja genau, hier war ja der kleine Raum gewesen. Hier war das kleine Räumchen gewesen, das ist ein komisch nach Portal. Aber ich will lieber nichts Neues erstmal hier nutzen, bevor ich nicht alles weiter erkundet habe, was ich erkunden konnte. Okay. Interessante Möglichkeiten, ja. Interessante Möglichkeiten, sich hier fortzubewegen, ja. Und echt schön. Echt schöne und interessante Möglichkeiten, sich hier fortzubewegen, ja. Sehr, sehr schick. Und es wird wieder spontan alles verändert.
What into that is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Lass mich warten. Blöd. Okay. Okay. Na super.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you. Bow before the abyss.
Okay.
Let me read you a verse. Know my soul.
Billigerweise gegen
Rain outlines your fate.
gegen Abgekippten gekämpft.
Take flight.
He's forsaken you. Your meager existence in his eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
Seltsam, was ist gerade passiert? Einen Moment lang war es wie ein Traum, aber ich kann mich nicht mehr daran erinnern, worum es ging.
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Oh, guess that makes sense. She does look kind of rough at the moment. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's all right first.
Das ist ein bisschen merkwürdig.
Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Das ist ein kleines rundes Wesen gewesen.
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Dann war das kleine Wesen das also?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
Das war immer eine interessante Methode, sich Zeit zu verschaffen für eine Flucht.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendroarchon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tighnari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul. Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Irminsul later. Alright, we're up, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tighnari came to visit.
All done! Let's use the empty box that Tighnari gave us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing! And the box is a nice touch too! Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia!
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte. Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so, and everyone at the Academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was she sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies. Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa, So knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risks, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself, and they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things she saw when she connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the Academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Ghulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the Academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the Traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! But wait, before that... That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend, not some girl that needs your sympathy. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave, I have something for you.
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville. Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
Ja gut, da geht es jetzt also so langsam mal allmählich in die Stadt. So ganz langsam ins Zentrum. Ein Rezept für Taschenfragen. Also die Lehrsiegel könnte ich ja eigentlich noch komplett aufgebrauchen. Ne? Eigentlich hätte ich die ja rein theoretisch noch komplett aufgebraucht. Ne? Ja. Okay. Warte mal. Brauche ich das? Jo, aber ja. What? Ah. Okay. Alles klar. Muss man also ab und zu auch solche Sachen machen.
Ooh, let me open it.
Mhm. Es ist sicherlich, oder? Eigentlich muss man die ganzen, oder eigentlich muss man den kleinen Abgelische versuchen zu zu finden und mitzunehmen. Gut. Das wäre der. Okay. Okay, mal kurz was anderes machen. Widerliche Pilze. Na, naja. Natürlich genau in dem Moment ist es nicht mehr. Mann, ich wollte gerade mal kurz mein Team umändern. Wie sehen könnt, bin ich hier eine Waldhütermeisterin für diese Gegend. Mhm. Rana. Paimon ist Paimon. Stehe noch einmal auszuschließen, seid ihr tatsächlich keine Einwohner des Waldes. Und scheint auch nicht aus dem gelben Sand zu kommen. Eure Kleidung scheint eine hohe Atmungsaktivität aufzuweisen, was bei Reisen und Sumeru von großem Vorteil ist. Wenn Rana also eine Waldhütermeisterin ist, dann sollte sie Tignari kennen. Und du bist auch mit Tignari bekannt? Auch wenn Tignari unnahbar wirkt, ist er doch ein guter Mensch. Als ich noch in der Ausbildung war, hat er sich sehr um mich gekümmert. Außerdem sind seine Ohren sehr ansehnlich. Ein paar Mal will sie auch gerne mal berühren. Ein paar Mal geht er heimlich vorbeifliegen, um sie zu berühren. Sowas könnte ihn wütend machen, oder? Nicht wahr? Sie glänzen so schön. Ich frage mich, wie sie sich anfühlen. Das Kind bei ihm ist sicher auch sehr daran interessiert. Rana, du meinst. Ist es Calais? Und du kennst Calais auch? Calais' Gesundheit scheint nicht besonders gut zu sein. Trotzdem scheint sie keine Mühen, um den Wald zu beschützen und die Verwelkung zu beseitigen. Alle machen sich große Sorgen um sie. Wie dem auch sei. Als Waldhütermeisterin ist es unsere Pflicht, den Wald zu schützen. Reisenden zu helfen und den Weg zu weisen. Wie du unten ein paar Mal gesehen haben, ist die Lage im Wald in letzter Zeit nicht gerade ideal. Sowohl die Pilzbestien als auch die Wildtiere sind überaus aggressiv. Und dann ist da noch die Verwelkung. Es wäre vielleicht besser, wenn ich euch nun begleiten würde. Meine Waldpatrouille führt mich als nächstes an Vimara vorbei. Von dort aus könnt ihr bequem auf dem Wasserweg nach Ormos oder Sumeru reisen. Ja. Mit mir wird euch bald nichts zustoßen. Naja. Was? Araniaka? Kapitel 1, Begegnung im Wald? What? Die Kinder von Vimara. Okay. Ach, cool. Ach, mal zufällig ein Weltauftrag. Nice. Na gut, da kann ich ja mal ganz kurz mal hier umändern.
Sure.
Gut. Aber das werde ich dann definitiv dann ein andermal weitermachen. Das ist mal weglassen, dann werde ich das andere mal angehen. Wenn ich aber denke, hat Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma und Sumeru. Und dazu dann noch Untersangonomia, noch Enkanomia noch dazu. 5 Gebiete. So kommt dann noch die große Kluft mit der unterirdischen Mine. Und die keine Vergänglichkeit, da muss es alles mit der Zeit noch ein bisschen komprimiert werden. Das müsste auf jeden Fall mit der Zeit noch alles ein bisschen komprimiert und kleiner gemacht werden. Ansonsten würde der aktuelle Balken ja nicht mal ausreichen für die nächsten Gebiete, die ja mit der Zeit noch kommen werden. Aber wenn wir ja bedenken, jetzt hat man ja Sumeru. Und wenn dann kommen noch das Feuergebiet, das Eisgebiet. Das Hydrogebiet will ja auch noch kommen. Jetzt will ich mal gucken, mal schauen, welche Gebiete will eigentlich noch kommen. Eisgebiet definitiv. Ein Eisgebiet, ein Hydrogebiet, Pyrogebiet. Geo hat man, Elektro hat man auch. Anemo-Gebiet hat man. Das sind ja theoretisch eigentlich bloß 3 Gebiete. Theoretisch sind eigentlich wirklich bloß 3 Gebiete. Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, Sumeru. Anemo, Geo, Elektro und Dendro. Dann bloß noch Kryo, Pyro und Hydro. Ja, 3 Gebiete. 3 große Archantengebiete kommen nur noch. Ja, 3 große Archantengebiete nur noch. Okay. Bei 29 hast du 29 Stück. Ja, beim anderen Händler müsste ich mal noch vorbeischauen in Liyue. Dass ich mal die ganzen Geosiegel mal abgebe. Naja. Aber ich werde auf jeden Fall erstmal Schluss machen für heute. Ich mache auf jeden Fall Schluss erstmal. Und dann geht es wieder ein Stückchen weiter in den nächsten Tagen wieder ein bisschen weiter. Na gut.